Greetings. My name is Richard Morrison, and I'm President and Chief Executive Officer of Molded Fiberglass Companies. MFG was started in 1948 in Ashtabula, Ohio, by my father, Robert Morrison, on Benefit Avenue in a 10,000 square foot plant with a $7,000 investment. He struggled for 4 or 5 years, and then in 1953, when I was 9 years old, Chevrolet decided to display a concept car called the Corvette at its GM Motorama in New York City at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. The car contained hidden microphones, and the response was so positive that Chevrolet decided to build the car in production. After a long series of meetings and back and forth, General Motors and Chevrolet chose MFG to build all fiberglass reinforced plastic parts. In order to do so, we had to do several things. One, we needed to build a new plant, which we did next door to the original family business. This was called the MFG Body Corporation. We also had to have some office space for the tooling engineers. This was accomplished by removing my electric train on a ping pong table and moving in 3 drafting tables for these engineers in the basement of our family home. After receiving a go-ahead from Chevrolet, our new plant, the MFG Body Company, was in production just 10 months later, and we started producing all the fiberglass parts for the Corvette. However, there was a slight problem. The car did not sell as anticipated, so one day, out of the blue, Corvette called up and said, "Stop production." This was a problem because it was the only thing that was being produced at this plant. So we needed to do something. We went and got a 15-foot lap-strake boat hull and copied it, and then went to the boat manufacturers and said, "We would like to produce a fiberglass reinforced plastic hull for your boats. This will allow your customers so much more pleasurable time on the water rather than sanding a wood hull." We went to 3 leading boat manufacturers, and all of them turned us down. So we had no choice. We went into the boat business ourselves. We found an old plant in Union City, PA, about 60 miles from Ashtabula, and started producing boats in late 1954. 5 years later, the wood boat business was gone, and it had all gone to fiberglass. These 2 events, the proactive decision by Chevrolet to build the Corvette into fiberglass, and the reactive decision by MFG in order to survive to go into the boat business, are the watershed events in the composites industry in the United States and perhaps the world. Today, Molded Fiberglass operates 15 business entities in North America, including our corporate headquarters in Ashtabula and our design center in Portland, Oregon. We lead and manage our company based upon our 6 core values. One of them is a clean and safe working environment. The most important core value we have is honest, fair, consistent, and respectful treatment of all MFG teammates. It's important that we have these core values, but it's even more important that we follow them. At MFG, we must walk the talk.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Molded Fiberglass. I'm Andy Jahola, Vice President of HR for Molded Fiberglass. I was born and raised here at MFG. It's the only place I have ever worked. I know you've heard a little bit about our core values, and I'd like to talk to you about 2 of them. One is the honest, fair, consistent, and respectful treatment of all teammates. To me, this is the golden rule for MFG. When we bring on new teammates, that's all we're asking them to do. When we're bringing on HR managers, at the end of the day, at the end of our training and discussion, do the right thing. That's what we're asking all our teammates to do. That's what we're asking you to do. The other core value I'd like to talk about is a clean and safe environment for all MFG teammates. MFG has done a wonderful job of creating an environment that is safe, that is clean for our manufacturing process. If you have any issues with respect to the safety of your work area, please contact your supervisor. If the situation has not been handled, that's why we are here in HR. Please contact your HR manager because the most important thing is that you go home at the end of the day the same way you came in at the beginning of the day. Thank you.